Good afternoon, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our own Power Book reading session. We are on the chapter Life Follows You, where we have learned that whatever we do in our lives, the life will follow us. Whatever we are thinking, whatever we are attracting in our lives, how we are feeling right now, and whatever present situation we are encountering in our lives, be it positive or negative, is the result of our positive or negative feelings in the past. What we have given. If we have given bad feelings for a particular instance, then yes, we will attract that particular instance in our lives. Or if we have given a positive thing to someone for others' happiness, we will receive the same good things in our life. We have also learned that there is no law of different person. This is the law of yourself only, the law of one, that is you. That means whatever you are feeling for the other person, you are feeling for yourself. Whatever doing to you are doing to the other person, you are doing it to yourself. So when you are complaining, when you are criticizing, when you are saying something negative to other person, you are attracting the same to your life. So it is the same applicable for the positive things as well. Say for example, someone has got promotion or an increment, or has got his dream house or dream car, or whatever it is that you want to achieve in your life. If you feel happy about it, thinking that that person is nothing but you, and you have got the promotion and you have got the increment, then you are attracting that thing in your life. Okay, so this is what we learned yesterday. And now we also learned yesterday that we should not listen to someone's opinion about you. Okay, you should be confident, you should be loving yourself so much that even if someone is trying to defame you, someone is trying to let you down, or someone is trying to tell you that you are not good enough, or you don't deserve to be doing like this, you can't earn with what you love to do, or whatever they are saying, don't believe it. Because first of all, if you are believing it, you're putting limits to yourself. And the second thing is that it's not completely true. It is absolutely wrong statement, whatever someone is saying about you to feel you down. Okay, so now we will read further. That means the force of love says, whatever you give, you receive back. Does that say you are not good enough? No, force of love is saying whatever you give, you receive back. So if you are giving love, you will receive back love. If you are given complaints, you will receive back complaints. Does that say you are not good enough? The force of love says, give love for whatever you want to be, do, or have, and you will receive it. Okay? Does that say you are not good enough? You are worthy and deserving just as you are. You are good enough now. If you feel you have done something that was not right, understand that your realization and acceptance of it is the absolution for the law of attraction. See, sometimes we are stuck in our lives and we are thinking that what I have done wrong, why this thing is happening to me. Okay, it can be a very small thing, it can be a big thing. Okay, but once you realize it and accept it, and that's it. You have said, you have realized it, oh, I did this, that's why this has happened to me. It could be anything, like it could be a small thing. Say, for example, your son not listening to you. Maybe you have not listened to your parents when you were a child, or you are complaining to your husband for not helping you, or maybe you have complained about him in the past, so that is the reason why he's not doing like that, because this is what you have attracted in your life. So this is what your realization and acceptance. If you have already realized that this is the reason why this is happening to me, and you have accepted it, and you have told the universe, okay, I'm sorry for that, just forgive me, then that's it. This is the absolution for the law of attraction. Law of love will never say that you are not good enough. Yeah. Law of love is saying whatever you give, you receive. Whatever, if you are giving love for whatever you want to be, suppose you want to be a kind person, okay, so you are giving love to the kind persons in your surroundings. You are giving love to anyone who is doing an act of kindness. You're giving love, 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 okay. And if you want to do some charity, you're giving love for people who are doing charity. Say for example, I'm giving the example of being kind and helping to others. So if you want to be kind, you want to do act of kindness, okay, so you're giving love, okay. And now you want to have means you, okay, you want people to be kind to you, like for example your manager or your other family members. You want them to be kind to you. So what you will receive, you will receive it. If you are giving love to the people who are doing act of kindness, you are giving love to the people who are kind, okay. So in that way you will receive people who are kind. Am I clear with, with this example? So if you feel you have done something that was not right, say for example, you only get into yourself and you do the brainstorming and think that why this thing is happening to me, and you realize and accept, and that's it. That's the absolution for the law of attraction. Now you have accepted it, you have realized it, and then your that whatever mistake you have done has been accepted by God, and it's just forgiven by them. Yeah, and now you are free of that problem. The real world. In the beginning, there were only probabilities. The universe could only come into existence if someone observed it. Okay? It does not matter that the observers turned up several billion years later. The universe exists because we are aware of it. So what they are saying is that there in the beginning there were only probabilities. Probabilities mean there were only probabilities of creating something. Okay, obviously when the universe started, the earth started, there were not many facilities, there were just basic necessities that also human has created out of the possibilities. Say for example, small house or a mud house or whatever it is that started. I don't know how they started living in the jungles and all that, but there were only probabilities. Out of those probabilities, universe could only come into existence if someone observed it, right? They were all blank spaces, and then someone observed that apple was falling from the tree, someone observed that what the paper is floating on the water. I don't know what they observed. Wood may be floating on the water. So all of these things put upon observations, put some ideas, and then there was something which came into existence. So it doesn't matter that the observers turned up several billion years later. Maybe Earth have formed million years ago, and after several years, someone turned up to observe. The universe exists because we are aware of it. So we know what are the possibilities, how things can be created, maybe from the wood, maybe from the cane, maybe from, you know, bricks and all. All these are human creations, but they are all possible. Yeah, they are all possible because of Mother Earth. Mother Earth has given them some ingredient, something, maybe fire, water, all the ingredients put together so that we can see what is there in our visible world. Yeah. So these are the words of Martin Rees. This is a very, very philosophical and very thought-provoking statement, but okay, I can what understand, I can just tell you, okay. So I want to take you behind the scenes of the world you see, because much of what you see is not as real as you may think it is. A few adventurous steps into the invisible will change the way you look at the world, and it will set you free to receive an unlimited life. So what she is trying to say is she wants to show you the invisible world, the behind the scenes of what we already see every day. So, what is there behind the scenes? Most of the things you may currently believe about the real world are not true. You are much more than you realize. You are much more than you realize. Means the body which you are having, your eyes, your ears, whatever physical appearances that you see, you are much more than that. Much, much, much more than that. Life and the universe are much more than you may realize. You may think there is a limited amount of things in the world. You may think there is a limited amount of money, health, and resources, but it is not true. There is no lack of anything. Quantum physics tells us there are infinite planet Earths and infinite universes that exist. And we move from one reality of planet Earth and a universe to another every fraction of a second. This is the real world emerging through science. So what they are trying to say is that we cannot even imagine how vast this universe is, how immensely wide or vast it is. We don't have even statements. It is infinite. Universe is infinite. You have so many planet Earths. You have infinite universes. Many galaxies. There are other. We can't even reach there. We have Mother Earth. We can't reach beyond a particular point in space. Yeah. So, but if we close our eyes, people who meditate also sometimes, travel from one universe to another to, I don't know how they do it, but this is what the book is trying to tell us, that from one reality of planet Earth and a universe to another, we are traveling, we are moving every fraction of a second. I actually don't understand this completely, but I can just tell what they are trying to say is that it's infinite. This is the real world emerging through science. Okay, let's read further and then maybe then we can be a little bit more clear. In our universe, we are tuned into the frequency that corresponds to physical reality. But there are an infinite number of parallel realities coexisting with us in the same room, although we cannot tune into them. Say, because there are a lot of frequencies, there are energies in our, there is energy in everything. There is energy in the mobile phone which we are using, in the walls which are there, in the food which we are eating, in the water that we are drinking. So there are many. They are about to say that quantum physicist Nobel Prize winner Steven Weinberg is trying to say that if we are sitting in a room, there could be a lot of parallel realities, but we cannot see them because we are not tuned into them. We are not at that frequency. Yeah. Sometimes we say that people have experiences, having encounter to the real, maybe Krishna or Rama at that time, and there were people who could not even see them because they could not tune into that frequency to have that visibility to see them. Yeah, are you with me? I have
Yes.
read this somewhere that even if God appears in front of you, you won't be able to see because you have such a uh, not that powerful vision, maybe not that powerful vision to see that because you are not tuned into that frequency. Maybe this is what I understand from this. Can you put something here, Sakshi?
uh, Here I remember that I don't know that Ashmi ma'am has made us understand because of this para, but you remember she was saying like, uh, not this para actually, maybe in the case of magic cue or something. Like
Hmm.
generally, what happens is, uh, if we are standing somewhere or we are going somewhere or something, so maybe we'll see something that that we have encountered it, but the other person has not seen that particular thing. Anything,
Hmm.
it may be
Hmm.
a movie. you might have seen some word or something, but you have seen that the other person has
Hmm.
not, he will
Yeah,
not,
yeah,
he or
yeah,
she on the same frequency.
yeah, yeah.
So
Yes.
at their goal, they are explaining this
Means
that
looking at things, looking at two things, or two people looking at
Mhm.
same thing could be different for
Yes,
different people
yes,
because they are not on the same
right.
frequency.
Frequencies. And the last paragraph, the earlier one you were explaining, so that you had already while explaining the day before yesterday, or maybe that time you had explained na, that uh, like we we might think that how will we able to, how will everyone will be able to get that
Yeah,
perfection in everything. So
yeah,
but they
lack
are
of,
just
there is no
trying,
lack. There
yeah,
is no lack.
yeah,
Yeah,
they know, like they're saying again and again that okay, this is huge in the universe. So ultimately they are making you believe that,
supply is
see,
equal to the demand. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. So again they are emphasizing on the same thing in a other way. That is what
yeah.
they are trying.
They are trying to say that nothing is impossible. You cannot even
Yeah,
imagine what can happen in the invisible world when you are imagining and visualizing things in your mind. You cannot even imagine when you are imagining and feeling and just trying to receive what you want in your life come into your life just by blink of an eye, because it's already is existing in the invisible world. Once you start imagining and feeling the dream about your dream, it starts building up in the invisible world, and it is about to come to your life through when you are on that receiving frequency. This is what it is actually. So you may think there is shortage of time in the real world, but and because of that you may live your life rushing against time. But the great scientist Albert Einstein told us that time is an illusion. The distinction between past, present, and future is only a stubbornly persistent illusion. Albert Einstein. See, we are in a world where we are born with, particular age like 80 years or something. But this 80 years is nothing in front of the universe. When you go out of this planet Earth, this time thing, everything ceases because there is no sunrise, no sunset. When you are in the space, can you imagine what is the time going on? Because you don't know. You are in different time zones even on planet Earth. Right now also, when you see that if you are in UK, you are in a different time zone. In your India, you are different time zone. Why? Because it all depends upon the sunrise and sunset. It depends upon the Earth's movements. Okay, when you are out of the planet Earth, where is the time? There is no time factor there exists because there is no sunrise, there are no dates, there are no calendars. How would you distinguish between past, present, and future? You may be born with, maybe your soul is 100 or million years old. You will never see, you will never even get to know because you are changing your bodies, nothing else. So there, how can you define that past, present, and future when you don't know your age already? This is just your age is of this body, not yours. Your soul, I don't know how many years of journey they have already carried on. And every time you get your new life, your new present becomes. Yeah. So what Albert Einstein was trying to say that it's an illusion of past, present, and future. Yeah, you may think that the real world is made up of living things and dead things, but in the universe, everything is alive and nothing is dead. The stars, sun, planets, earth, air, fire, water, and every object you see is seething with life. This is the real world that is emerging. You can see all are alive. Once you start talking to stars, once you start talking to Mother Earth, air, water, you will experience this, that they have memory, they have, they have love for you. Once you develop that love for them, you will see they'll respond to you. How? Because everything in this universe has some life. I have experienced this many times when I speak with moon or stars. I see at the same moment I think of it. Even for Mother Earth, you can Start making the connection, and then you see that yes, these are actually living objects. Living, not only objects, is the life. It's a life which is because of which we are alive. Yeah. So this is the real world that is emerging. There is a sense in the tree which feels your love and responds to it. It does not respond or show its pleasure in our way or in any way we can now understand. Yeah. Once you hug a tree, you will understand how much you can feel the love. When you try doing it often, go and hug a tree, and then you will feel the sense that how would you feel when you hug it. Obviously the tree cannot respond you the same way, but yes, it will bless you. It will bless you and maybe give you more abundance and reward. You never know. Yeah, these are the words by Prentice Mulford. Even when you give love to your plants in your garden, they start blooming. They start blooming with the love that you have for them. So it happens because they have the life inside them. You may believe the real world is everything you can see, and everything you can't see is not real. And yet, the color you see when you look at something is in fact not its real color. Each thing absorbs all the color that it really is and reflects the color it is not. And that's the color you see. See, we have read this in our science book, that whatever color of an object we see is not the real color. Yeah. The color of that object is nothing but that color. Everything else but that color. Yeah. Say, for example, I am wearing this red t-shirt. So this t-shirt is absorbing all the other colors of the rainbow or the light, and it's reflecting back the red color. That's why we see it as a red. Yeah, even the sky. Sky is not blue, but every color. Sky is actually every color but blue. But still we see it as blue. How is it? So whatever we are seeing from our eyes is different, is not true. We may
It is a
think,
reflection.
yeah,
Whatever we are seeing from our eyes is a reflection.
yeah, it's a reflection.
Okay, so so do they want to say here that like in person also, as they were saying earlier, that uh, the person in front of you is you, so
Yeah,
that
yeah.
means it is a reflection of you. So maybe, I don't know, maybe they are just trying to explain this again, that like how in
Yeah.
nature the color is the reflection. So
They just want to
uh,
explain, I think, that
yeah,
whatever we see is not real. If we see,
right.
if we see that, oh, how will it be possible? How can I get this job, for example? Because you cannot see what's real. Your naked eye doesn't have that power to see that it's already happening behind the
Mm,
scenes. You just have to
we can
believe it. You just have to
believe and
trust
see.
it. Yeah, you have to just trust the universe. Once you have placed the order, maybe to Amazon, for example, you have placed the order to Amazon, you don't look at Amazon again and again and see when it is coming. Have my order gone? Have my order gone? Will I receive it? No, you believe you have done it and it's coming, it's on the way. It's the same way. You don't know how they are going to deliver that product to you. It is happening in the background. You have ordered it. Who is the seller? Who is the packer? Who is the delivery boy? You don't know. What you know is after 1 day, 1 or 2 days, they will come at your doorstep and deliver it. That's it. It is the same way. When you have placed your order to the universe, when you have told your desire to the universe, everything is happening in the background. You don't know because you can't see it. It's not the real thing. It's a real thing actually, but you may not think it's real. They're trying to explain you that don't think about how it's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen. This is what they are trying to say. They want to tell you that just don't worry about logics here. When we keep on thinking about the logic, say for example, we think that how will I get into this? Well, unless I clear my exam, how will I get admission? Maybe, for example. But why are you getting into the logics? Just forget it. Just forget it. You have placed your order. Now it's universe thing to do it. Yeah. How will they do it? How the circumstances, people, and events will come into place? How we will be able to get that? It's not your job. Your job is to think, imagine, and visualize. Imagine and feel, and you will receive. Imagine, feel, you'll receive. Keep yourself in the good things, good feeling zone, and just practice gratitude. Okay. There are now I'm reading this again because again means this is the same thing. Again, now the sounds. There are many sounds you can't hear because their frequencies are beyond what you can hear, but they are real. You can't see ultraviolet or infrared light because their frequencies are beyond what your eye can see, but they are real. If you imagine all the known frequencies of light as the size of Mount Everest, then all that you can see is smaller than a golf ball. See, they're trying to say that the known frequencies of light, suppose, is the size of the Mount Everest, you can only see a golf ball. So your eyes doesn't have that capability, or your eyes are not on that frequency where you can see all the frequencies of the universe. And all the frequencies of the universe that are real are actually creating your dream. Actually creating your dream when you are not watching your dream happening in your front of your eyes. Okay? So when you are visualizing, when you are imagining and feeling, just believe it is happening in the invisible world. This whole stanza is to make you believe that there is some force, there is something which is happening in the invisible world, which is far more than what you can see. You may believe the real world is made up of all the solid things you can see and touch, but actually, nothing is solid. The chair you are sitting on right now is the force of moving energy, and it's mostly space. So, how real is your chair? Okay, so what I understand from this is that we can only see the tip of the iceberg. There is a big iceberg below the sea level, which you are not able to see. And that is the real reason for, creation of anything for you. Okay. A wise man, recognizing that the world is but an illusion, does not act as if it is real. So he escapes from the suffering. Yeah, Gautam Buddha. So what he's saying is that, for example, we get to know that everything we are here is just an acting we are doing, and it's just a movie which is going on, and we have come to this earth, we have to play our roles, and we have to go back. So a wise man who already know this is an illusion. Everything here has been created so that we can learn something out of it, has been created for us as an illusion. So when someone hurts you or something bad happens to you in your life, the wise man is not affected because he know that it's just an illusion. It is not real. So he escapes the suffering. He will not suffer. Okay. So you may believe You may believe that your imagination is just thoughts and dreams and has no power in the real world. And yet, one of the hurdles for scientists in proving things to be true or not is removing the scientist's beliefs from scientific experiments, because what the scientist believes or imagines will be outcome of an experiment affects the outcome of the experiment. This is the power of human imagination and beliefs. Just as the scientist's beliefs affect the outcome of an experiment, so do beliefs affect the outcome of your life. So, what she is trying to say here is that if a scientist thinks that if I am doing this experiment, I will get this kind of outcome, he has some beliefs and belief in his mind. So, if he believes that if he believes or imagine that this is the outcome of the experiment, so it will come like that only. It is how this human mind is so powerful. Okay, and if he believes that I will not be able to do this, then it won't happen. Okay, so I'll read this paragraph again so that you can be very clear. You may believe that your imagination is just thoughts and dreams and has no power in the real world. Maybe you think that whatever you are imagining is just thought, okay, just dreams, and it has no power in the real world. And yet, one of the hurdles for scientists in proving things to be true or not is removing the scientist's belief from scientific experiments. What they can do is like they just remove their beliefs from the experiments. Okay, because what the scientist believes or imagines will be the outcome of an experiment affects the outcome of the experiment. So what he believes will affect the outcome of the experiment. Yeah, so this is the power of human imagination and beliefs. Just as the scientist's belief affect the outcome of an experiment, so do your beliefs affect the outcome of your life. So what you are believing to be true, what do you believe that what will happen in your life? Are you able to believe you are getting your dream job or dream car or dream house or whatever? Are you able to believe? If you are able to believe, that will be the outcome of your life. Okay, I'll stop here. We have just 2 minutes left. Actually, we should have stopped earlier here. I didn't want it to stop here because we were left in a dilemma of illusions and reality. So I wanted to relate it with this, that yes, what she's trying to say is that whatever we believe will be the outcome of our life. Okay, it is not dependent on what we see. Okay, so we will close here and we will do gratitude. We have just 2 minutes left. Okay, fold your hands and close your eyes and pray to God and say thank you from your heart. Thank you, thank you, thank you, universe, for this beautiful day. Thank you for the life that you have given to me. Thank you for my eyes, my ears, my senses, so I can hear, taste, smell, touch, and feel. Thank you, thank you, thank you, universe, for my voice, so I can speak and talk to everyone around me. Thank you to the Power Book for teaching us such beautiful learnings which we have never knew if this had been not written by you, Rhonda Byrne. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to the Mother Earth. Thank you for feeding us and taking our weight. Thank you, water, for feeding us, for which I am using from morning till evening. Thank you to the air which we breathe and just keeping us alive. Thank you, fire element, for cooking our food and digesting our food. Thank you, thank you, thank you, universe, my beautiful family, my husband, my kids, my parents, my siblings. Thank you to all my family and friends who are, making me laugh and sharing beautiful moments together. Thank you all for attending this beautiful session. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the perfect health. I love you all and be happy and be grateful always. Love you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Love you.
Thank you.